Hi everyone, I'm Jay and welcome back to my reading some journey. So this is the last video, my last video for the year and also the last day of the year. We are hours away from 2021 and in a few hours we're going to say goodbye to 2020. So 2020 has taught us a lot of things. We have realized a lot of things this year and we have been through a lot this year, and even though there are a lot of negative things that happened in this year, there are also things to look forward to, and there are also things to give thanks to this year because kahit ang daming nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng panahon para sa sarili, panahon para mag-isip, panahon para mag-reflect, at panahon para magbasa or gawin yung mga bagay na gusto nating gawin noon pa na hindi natin magawa kasi wala tayong oras. But aside from that, binigyan tayo ng panahon para matuto sa mga pagkakamaling nagawa natin to be better and to even look forward even more and be eager to go to the next year. And I am going to share to you the books that I was able to read sorry, I look so haggard kasi I just realized that I haven't posted anything regarding the year end, so I'm trying my best to film and hopefully upload this video tonight. And yeah, ano ba to? Ayan. Wait nga. Okay, so wala namang pinagbago. So I'm going to share to you my best reads of 2020. And before I do that, I just want to share that I'm going to end this year and start 2021 with Six of Crows. I am enjoying it so far. And sa chapter 2 lang ako nag-decide na I should annotate this book. And I think what I'm going to say about this would be in the next video next year. So let us head on to the best reads, or my best reads of 2020. Let's start off with my top 5 book, or on the 5th spot is Verity by Colleen Hoover kasi why not, diba? For me, even though there are a lot of R18 scenes in Verity, that is the first Colleen Hoover that I've read, by the way. So even the only knowledge I have about Colleen Hoover is that she writes romance novels. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung sinasabi ko kasi bigla may kumatok. This is my problem. Ito yung problema ko ngayon kasi hindi ako makapag-film ng matino kasi ang daming distractions dito sa bahay. Andiyan uutusan ako ng nanay ko, may bigla siya sa trabaho, may kakatok sa pinto. Gosh. Going back, so the only knowledge of Colleen Hoover that I have is that she writes romance novels, and being the first read of Colleen Hoover of mine na thriller, psychological mystery, I don't know, psychological thriller mystery, something like that. And wow, the writing style of Miss Colleen Hoover, I like it. It's vivid, and the parts that yung mga thriller parts vivid, and siguro yung iba titignan yung side na pagka R18 ng book, but I think that's part of the whole story, or parte siya ng kwento, so you need to get through that. And I like it so far, and nung binasa ko siya, akala ko matatagalan ako, but I only read it 2 or 3 days. And I read half or 3/4 of the book in 1 day, and kasi maikli lang yata siya and mabilis mo lang siya mapabasa, and I like the idea of writing a story or reading a story within the story, and napakita dun yung basta ang galing kong mag-explain ng book, no? Ayun, I really like the writing style of Colleen Hoover, and napakita niya yung iba't ibang personality ng kada character, and how you question their personality towards at the end of, or near the end of the book. I like it. That's my top 5 for my best reads of the year. For my number 4 is Samantha Soto's Love and Gravity. So this it shows like time travel loop, that sort of premise. So this is about Andrea, who is a cellist protege who fell in love with Isaac Newton. Yep, the Isaac Newton. So that is the very intriguing and very mind-blowing part or element of Love and Gravity. I love this so much. The writing style, I also like it. It's light, romantic read, and hindi nakakalito yung pag-jump back and forth ng book within the time, and how would the life of Andrea and Isaac Newton would meet at the middle. Highly recommend this book, and it is written by a Filipino author. So I really enjoy this book. Next on my third spot is Abigail Hass's Dangerous Girls. So this is my first read about mystery thriller books, and ang ganda. I like it. The ending, mind-blowing, and the writing style, I like it. I understood it, and it is the kind of book that you will savor ang wala. This is the kind of book na nanamnamin mo or titipirin mo pagbabasa kasi ayaw mo siya agad or ayaw mo muna siyang matapos. It is also the kind of book that will make you think while reading it. Iisipin mo, ano nga ba yung totoo? Or sino yung papanigan mo? Anong side yung papanigan mo? Paniniwalaan mo ba yung main character or the other characters that are pointing towards the main character? So, yeah. Sorry kung nagmamadali ako, but I really want to make this quick because I really want to film and edit and upload this on the same day. And next, top 2. So this was the first Readables Book Club Book of the Month. Christine Hanna's The Nightingale. So this is in my number 2 spot because I really didn't imagine that this book will make me feel the ways it made me feel. Ano ba? So this is in the number 2 spot because I didn't imagine a historical fiction would be, making me cry like that. So this is a story about two sisters, Isabel and Vianne, who was women in World War II German occupation in France. So they show two perspectives of being a woman in a time of war, and it teaches a lot, and it teaches us a lot of lesson on how to be grateful, or how women like them paved the way, on how women perceive themselves today and how men perceive women today, and what else, or how the society perceive women today. Kasi it points out things like paano nahuhusgahan ng lipunan ang halaga ng isang babae dahil siya ay babae. So that is one of the elements of this book that I really liked and I really loved. And also it talks about love for yourself, love for your family, and love for others. And this book made me so emotional. I really love this, and I highly recommend this book. And if you want to explore literature about women, or about women during war, or how can women be a change, you should try reading Christine Hanna's The Nightingale. And for maingay na, actually bawal dapat yan, pero hindi mo sila mapipigil kasi pangko taon. So without further ado, the number 1 spot in my best reads of 2020 is the whole Arc of Sight trilogy by Neil Shusterman. We have Sai, Thunderhead, and The Toll. Papakita ko na lang yung book 1 kasi mabigat dalhin yung lahat ng books. So, I started my year with Scythe, reading Scythe, and started my ECQ reading The Toll. So, Scythe by Neil Shusterman, or The Arc of Scythe by Neil Shusterman is another favorite of mine. Kung papipiliin mo ako between this and The Hunger Games, bakit ka ganyan? Okay, so I really loved the Arc of Scythe trilogy because it discusses different topics without overwhelming the reader or without overwhelming the whole story, because it talks about a lot of important issues and topic in the society and the whole humanity. It talks about morality, religion, politics, education. It talks about also about the LGBT. It talks about a lot of stuff without, hindi mapupuno yung reader ng sandamakmak na mga bagay na gustong ipaliwanag ng author, and also hindi rin masyadong mapupuno yung kwento sa mga bagay na gustong ipahiwatig ng author. That's what I really liked about reading Scythe. And feeling ko nakakatali pag after mo magbasa nitong books ng Arc of a Scythe, parang nakakatalino siya ng 10%. And I really love this. The main characters, it also shows women empowerment, it also shows the main antagonist of this, you will hate him, but also you will hate yourself for saying that some of his principles are right but in a wrong way. Nakakainis, but mapapaganon ka habang binabasa mo yung kwento. And I really love the Arc of a Scythe trilogy, and if you haven't tried reading this, you should. I mean, gosh, basta, I cannot explain my love for the Arc of Scythe because I don't know if this is underrated, or maybe I haven't seen much reviews or much hype from the Filipino book community with the Arc of Scythe. Maybe kasi hindi siya new release, or it's not released this year, but I was able to read it by this year because I was able to buy the first 2 books at the end of last year. And iba yung basta, I think I am, or maybe I'm just more mas nahahatak ako ng mga ganitong mga stories. So again, if you haven't read the Arc of Scythe, you should start reading the Arc of Scythe now, especially now na available naman yung mga box set ng trilogy, so hindi ka na mahihirapan bilhin yung buong trilogy, kasi ako binili ko siya pa isa-isa, kaya medyo hindi na maganda yung quality ng mga books ko because I always bring this with me every time I go to school or go to work. So yes, wait lang, I'm going to try to get all the books. So yes, these are the books that made my 2020 better. These are the books that made my year, and these are the books that taught me a lot of things, and these are the books that are my favorite reads of the year. Happy New Year, everyone. Let us always be thankful, grateful to whatever we have, and always be a blessing to others. Stay safe, read for your own sake. Happy New Year, stay safe. Bye 2020.